Hi, and welcome to another episode of My Life with Android. On today's episode, I will be reviewing ImageLine's Fruit Loop Studio for Android, available from the Playstore for about $12.95, I believe, or around there. It doesn't take too long to install or to load up anything that you create on this version of Fruit Loops. You can also transfer across to the professional version on your PC to continue working on it there, which is quite a good thing because even though you can still do quite a lot on this, it's still a little bit limited, and there are definitely things that you're going to need on the professional version of it. But let's start the review. So it's all touch based, obviously, as it's for Android based devices. You can loop, record, undo, play, stop. You've got your metronome, screen, rotation, your keyboard, and that gets rid of your top bar so you can just see your keyboard. And if you click on the keyboard, you can resize, so you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and you can scroll down to the base, and you can scroll up to the high and go into the middle, so you get the whole keyboard at your disposal. You can also have more than one, and yet again you can also zoom in and out, so you can have your low down ones and your high up, so you can record two things at once on it. I'll just get rid of that. There we go. And so yeah. And yeah, it actually goes along, so you can see it. There we go. Yeah, so that's the keyboard when you use it and however you wish to use it. These are all the instruments you have. You have your keyboard, your grand piano. Click on preview and you hear what they sound like. The more you click preview, the more notes you hear, so you know what more sounds and effects you get from it. But you have your keyboards, you have your orchestra, as you can hear, they are the same effects that you get from the professional version on your PC. You've also got your guitar, your bass, and your world percussion as well. And in synth, you've got your synth leads, you've got your synth pads. You also have your synth basses, your synth keys, and you also get your synth synth keys as well. And on your drum kits, you've got your hip hop, your club, your trance, your electro, your break, your percussion, your acoustic. You get your sound effects as well. See, the more you hit the preview button, the more you get to hear what the effects sounds like. You also get your loops as well. But you can't really hear much of them. But they are there. You get to pan them left and right. It tells you at the top which percentage it's being panned. One thing that would be nice is if you could click on it and actually type in a number for how much you want it panned. You also get your volume up to 100% and down to that. Yet again, it would be nice to actually input rather than trying to get it spot on, but it's not too bad. You can pretty much get it spot on. You get your attack, and you also get your release as well. and then click on default, and it all goes back to the way it was before. But if we go on to that, and go on here, that's how it works. You get all your different tracks on here. I'm not quite sure why all these are up, but at least that gives me a chance to show you how you delete tracks. I don't want to go on to that bit yet, so here we go. Delete or clear the track. Delete will remove the selected track. Clear will delete its 836 notes. There we go. So delete because I don't want that track, and also delete. If we click on here, this, when you open up a new project, actually I will open up a new project. Okay, that's fine, I've saved that already. So right, here is what you start when you open up a new project. You get your drum kit step just up here, and you also get your FX just here as well. You get different ways of looking at it, so you can add your piano, or you can add a step, more drum beats, and so on and so forth. You can get rid of that and just have it as is. On this one, you got single, you got your FX, you can switch your FX on, you can put your single on, you can mute the channel as well. You can go onto here and put your drum beat in, or whichever thing you're working on, and then there we go. And that is also, you can get into it on here, up here, and that's your undo button. Undo the following action, notes deleted, undo. There we go. Yet again, you can slide along if there's more added onto it. You can also, if you click on Kick Basic and you click here, these are all the drums that you can have. So you'll notice some are grayed out because they work, well, you can see that the snare basic snare that. So if we click on the snare basic, you can actually change that snare basic to other ones. I'm not quite sure why they had it so you can't just change it completely, but you are able to access all of them depending on which line you are on. Yet again, you've got your release and your attack, your volume and your pan. You've got the resolution here, so you can move it up and down and around. Obviously, the more you add, sorry, I'll just get rid of that, and there we go. You add more bits as you go along, so you can do an entire drum track just on this. Let's get rid of that. Also add new ones on. Go onto it, and there you go. I'm just gonna quickly load up a new one. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick little drum beat for you guys here. Gonna change the crash to a ride. When you click it, you hear obviously all that. Now when you do that, it goes, and if we do this, it would be nice if it was slightly better at getting the volumes accurate. But if you use if you have a device with a pen, an Android device with a pen, you can. But it is actually, because this is with the finger, you can actually still get it pretty much spot on with just using your finger as well to do the volume control for it. So there is that. Go back up. Do that. Get that low down. You also get your pitch as well, so you can change the pitch up or down as well, and you also, the velocity is still there. Put that down. There we go. And then also just delete it and get rid of it completely. So I'll put that snare. I'll put a snare back in. Wherever it is. There we go. That'll do. And then you hit play. And once you've done that, you click on that bit to go back here, and if you click on this, you will see that that you have all these buttons along the bottom. This one copies it, and once you've copied it, I will do it 4 times for you. Go on to the 4th one, go on here, that was where the other drum hit was, go back on here, drag it all the way across. It only changes the one that you want changed. It won't change all of them like it would in the professional Fruit Loops. The professional Fruit Loops would change all of them, and you'd have to normally copy the sample bit down. This is a lot more nicer. It keeps it all along. If you didn't want all your drum tracks together, you could just simply add more steps to it. You can't, unfortunately, split by effect like you can on the professional version of Fruit Loops, but you still get your volume and you still get your panning, of which it shows you just here. There we go, which isn't too bad actually. I do like that. You get your metronome preview. Preview won't come up. You get the signature, so you can change your beats, 5x4, 6x4, 7x4, so on and so forth. Tap. You can take it up and down, so you can change the beat, so it's good 124 beats per minute. The metronome can be a bit of a pain sometimes when you want it on or off. It just sometimes doesn't do it, as you can see. But I very rarely use the metronome. I don't know about yourselves if you use it or not, but it is kind of a slight headache. Yet again, you can still zoom in and out of it, and undo. So if we click on this, if we click on one, hopefully, I am on the wrong one. There we go. There we go. You'll see this. So on this one, you can select more than just. There we go, and you can do it all over the place. That one will only let you select one at a time. You can move it across. You can overlay things. So that can be a bit of a pain sometimes. But then again, anyone that uses Fruit Loops would know that it's a pain when you accidentally overlay things. There we go, just undo that. We've got your rubber, you've got your pencil as well, so you can go into it again that way. Cancel. You can cut it out, so you can delete the entire track bit, and the one that was this side of it comes that way. So just click on something else to get out of there, and you can also add an empty blank block to start a different one off. Why? I don't know. Yeah. There we go. Click on that. If we go onto here, you'll see that you've got your keyboard. You can't actually press the keyboard buttons, but if you hit draw, that will pop up, but you can change it depending on how you want it snapped, what you want, and so on and so forth. When you hit draw, click done, and it draws it. You'll notice that it's red. For some reason, when you first do it, it puts more than one up. Blue is normal when you haven't selected it. So there's another one. You just basically move them around to however you want them done. Go on here, click on that, erase, and erase. There we go. So that's how you create them on this version of Fruit Loops. Not quite sure what the difference is between them. I've created a few tracks, but as you can see, you can change your semitones and your octaves as well from up and down. Quantize 5 notes, soft, notes length. You can change your notes, you can change it from a, I'm not quite sure, minim? I'm not entirely sure on the note names, which is bad of me. I should know it. You've also got your cut as well. So that's your basic way of making the tracks on Fruit Loops. And on here you have your effects. So you have your volume, which does the whole entire track. You've got your reverb as well. Actually, let me volume change. I ain't shouting over it. Right, you get your reverb as well. So you get your size, your brightness, your stereo, your mix. You can do it for canyon, your room, or your hall. Quality, medium, high, or low. Limit to FX tracks, and have it on or off. You also get your delays. Triplet, normal. You have your mix, your feedback. You get the EQ. This does the EQ yet again for the whole track, so you can have, get your bass turned right up, treble right down the middle. You also get your amp effect, so you can put your overdrive on. Which does it again for the whole track. 2 different types. What I find quite amusing about this is the fact that these here do absolutely nothing. It's just purely to fill up that bit. Purely cosmetic. Hit default again and it resets everything. You also get your filters as well. So if we accelerometer. So they're all your effects, all your projects are saved here. So you rename it, you name it up here, just put demo, and there we go, the current song was, and you hit save down there. This button is for refreshing and getting a new track up. So if you click that, there we go, I need a brand new track. That's started, and if you click that and that, it loads it all up. It loads it all up for you, and that is your media file, your WAV file, your M4A file, your share. Apply markers, reduce the file size, zip. So export and share, and you also get your delete button just here, and there you go, size 13 kilobytes, 19th September 2013, length 1 minute. So that just gives you the basic information about your track, and then if we go to setup, you get, let me just load up demo again. There you go, loaded up. So you get your setup. So you got your polyphony, 32, 48, 62. I was hoping it was going to change it so you could hear it. Screen, orientation, normal or reversed. Whee! So that's what it does. When you do that, changes it up and down. You can register, use a forum, restore defaults, loop the region in the step editor, keep attack release times on instrument change. You get your keyboard here. So you've got velocity control, snap to white keys, allow touches between black keys, German key labeling as well, auto quantization, off or on. You can change all that, 164, blah blah blah, 8, 1 out of 8 off, transposition, you can also change. You also get your pitch bend, semitones, sensitivity, axis, record mode, overdub, overwrite, invert axis, and you've also got the metronome pre-count, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bars, 4 bars, pre-count only at the beginning of the song. So if you put your pre-count on, your volume up, switch it on, and go to keyboard, hit record. Volume 2. There you go. It is there. But you can record. The only annoying thing about the recording feature is that it's 200ths of a second off. So once you record anything on the keyboard, why is there no sound? I don't know. Once you record anything on the keyboard, then you have to go in here to change it so that the recording is actually spot on. But I'm used to having to do that anyway on the PC version when you do it with the keyboard, and it's not 200ths of a second off. It's just something I'm used to having to do once I've recorded keyboards into the tracks. But there we go. You also get your help feature up here as well. So your Fruit Loop Studio Mobile getting started. You're using Fruit Loop Studio Mobile, setting tab, project tab, effects tabs, more information about it. You get your notes, third-party licenses. So all the legal jargon is also there. And there we go. That is Fruit Loops for. Nope, I don't want to delete. I don't want to do that. Don't do that. No. There we go. So yeah, that is the review of Image Line's Fruit Loops Studios for Android-based devices. Personally, I think it's a fantastic piece of kit and definitely worth the £12 to £13 that it costs compared to the professional version of a few £100 for PC. So if you are a music maker and you do want a really good piece of musical kit on your Android-based device, then this is definitely by far worth the money. It is a 5 out of 5. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this in-depth review and basic demo of how to get started with Fruit Loops Studios for Android-based devices available on the Play Store. Please check out the rest of my videos and reviews on my channel. Remember to enjoy, share, subscribe and like. And until next time, thank you very much and take care. Bye.